United States Embassy in Nairobi says the lifting of the U.S. travel warning that it was issued in June 2014 and updated in May 2015, advising U.S. citizens of the risks of traveling to Kenya due to heightened threats from terrorism, is currently under review in Washington. The embassy, however, last week lifted travel restrictions for U.S. government personnel to some parts of the southern Kenyan coast as a result of positive and continued action by the Kenyan government to root out terrorism threats.
In June last year, a group of Al-Shabaab militants attacked Mpeketoni in Lamu County and left a trail of death and destruction. Soon after, the United States Department of State issued a travel advisory warning its citizens of the risks of visiting Kenya due to heightened threats from terrorism and high rates of violent crime in some areas of the country. The advisory was updated in May this year. However, the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi this week told the Standard that specific circumstances that led to the restriction in the coastal areas south from Malindi have changed significantly as a result of positive and continued action by the Kenyan government to counter terrorism. Indeed, last month, the Kenya Defence Forces, GSU personnel and other security agencies launched Operation Linda Boni Forest. The ongoing operation is meant to flush Al-Shabaab militants from Boni Forest in Lamu County along the Kenya-Somalia border. The Jaish-Ayman militants and Al-Shabaab cell had infiltrated the vast Boni Forest and used it as an operation base for waging hit-and-run terror attacks in the coast region. The security operation has recorded major successes, with several militants killed and scores arrested. This week, the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi lifted travel restrictions for U.S. government personnel from Malindi town in Kilifi County south through Mombasa and Kwale counties to the Tanzanian border. But the embassy was quick to warn that this should not be confused with the lifting of the U.S. travel warning, which is currently under review in Washington. The U.S. government personnel are still restricted from traveling to Malindi town north to the Somalia border. They are also restricted from using the Likoni ferry in Mombasa and visiting Old Town during evening hours. In Nairobi City, the U.S. government personnel are restricted from traveling to Eastleigh. On Mashujaa Day, the anti-terror police unit released pictures of 5 Kenyan terror suspects who are believed to have returned from Somalia. Yesterday, the Inspector General of the National Police Service, Joseph Boynet, issued a security alert warning of a possible terror attack in Nairobi, northeastern and coast. In the alert, Boynet says, and I quote, "Available information indicates that Al-Shabaab could be mobilizing in Somalia and may take advantage of the rainy season to infiltrate through our borders and stage attacks in northeastern and the coastal regions as well as in Nairobi." End of quote. The police boss, however, assured Kenyans that security agencies were doing everything possible to safeguard the country from attacks. Boynet asked the public to exercise extra caution at all times and report any suspicious activities to security personnel. Patrick Amimo, KTN News.